Okay, let's remember. Let's remember it's 10. It's 10. You call yourselves tens. You say you give 100%. Well, give your breathing 100% so we don't keep creating a world of war. Check it out. When you do not breathe in and count to 10 while you're breathing in, meaning that you're using the full capacity of breathing, and the same on your exhale when you're letting your air out. 10 seconds. Now, in the beginning, you might have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in your head as you're. And as you're. You want to empty and fill your lungs completely. That will put a timeout on your mind that is only allowing you to breathe for about a second. That's called the fight or flight breathing mode and thinking mode. They match. They go together. We all come into the world breathing and existing in these bodies on an autopilot mode, meaning it breathes us 10%. When there's danger and we have to run, that's why it breathes us 10% all the other times, so our attention can be on everything else but breathing, but ourselves. You get it? Our mind is all out there looking around, not in here. Meaning, it's seeing everything as possibly hurting us. That's why it's all frightened. We are all frightened. We're meant to be. We're designed to be. So it's okay to be. Pat yourself on the back for doing a good job at that. You're supposed to do it that way. All of us do it that way. And then one day, by the amazingness that is, you and I, gee whiz, us kids, receive the next thought, the next level. And we breathe deeper, more, pardon me. Thank you for blessing me. God blessed me. Sure did, sure is, sure will always. I'm not separated from God. What's God? The animator, the creator, the designer of me and you. The thing that said, you will say my name when you say Hashu. You will say, God bless you. Because really, every second of your day and night and afternoon is allowed for you to have. Every breath, permission slip, hall pass, every breath, every breath. So, think of that today as you breathe in differently and count to 10. Go slow. Do it all the time. So you interrupt your mind from only thinking the fighting thoughts or the running from thoughts. Here's what happens when you're in that mode, when you're breathing only this much. You don't exist in the mental mode where you're receiving thoughts that, give you enlightenment and kindness and I love everybody and this world is awesome and thank you for the bad times, whatever you are that made me. because you gave me those, and you also gave me all the good times. Now I know where I'm at. So really what you do when you breathe in deeper is you put a pause on all the cause of your chaos. All the moments of thoughts. You see that girl on TikTok, on YouTube? She goes like this. Something like that, right? That's how she communicates. I know I've done that. Because she doesn't speak. Her mind doesn't allow her to speak. The mouth and the mind don't connect. Well, that's a different story I could tell you about. But real quick, if you see somebody in a worse condition than you or a different condition than you that you wouldn't want to be in, that's the moment that the thing that made you is sending you a message to say, what should you be saying? What should you be doing? You should be praising me. That's what you should be doing. You should be breathing very deeply in, oh my goodness, recognition. That's what you should be doing. When you exist in the 10-second breath world called the thrive, Thrive. Now you can do it with your fingers counting, right? So let's exhale. All of it. Let's breathe in. Great. Let's hold it. And let it out. And let's hold it one more time. Pause. And then breathe again like you were before. Back in the fight or flight mode, because we have to exist in that, because the world is dangerous. You could have a tree fall on you, you could have a car hit you, you could have a person hit you, you could have an animal hit you. That's why we breathe in this mode all the time. That's why our mind is always like ready to beat people up or run from them in fright. Fight or flight. You're running from because you're afraid of. You're fighting because it's trying to hurt you. Your breathing mode matches that, and your mind must as well. And that, my friend, is literally the explanation and definition of hell. Because in that mode, everything here is possibly out to get you. You are no different than that bird over there, that kitty cat out there in the wild, any other animal in the wild. But you have one thing that they might not have: a higher level of intelligence, smarts, to where you can choose to say, I will breathe in for 10 seconds, even longer. Practice holding your breath, because I'll tell you someone you're going to meet real fast. You're going to meet your maker. You're going to meet your judgment, just like that, right here, right now. Not when you die, right now. The judger of you, whether you have done well enough to keep living. Remember, something decides when you die and how. And you might say, no, I'm going to decide when I die and how. Well, that's only because you're given a way to do it, and permission and ability. Because just like that tree could fall on you and make you paralyzed to where you have none of that. It can make you a mute deaf. You can't speak, you can't hear, you can't communicate. Just like that. The maker of all this world and all the circumstances in it could do that to you. Just like that. So go get to know that thing. Hold your breath. Breathe in for a long period of time. Exhale for a long period of time. And watch your mind as it grows in compassion, in understanding, in empathy, in, oh my goodness, they're just like me. What am I doing thinking so poorly? Oh my God, for all of humanity. Oh, I know why. It's the way I'm meant to be at first. But just like when we went to school way back when, there's a first grade, and then there's a second grade, and then a third, and a fourth, and a fifth, and a sixth, and seventh, and eighth. It keeps going. So we came into the world breathing very shallow, and we keep that with us always. It's our default autopilot mode. So your mind, when you wake up and throughout your whole day, and while you're sleeping too, will be thinking about the dangers that confront you, whether it's people, places, or things, including all the thoughts about those things, places, or people. Okay. Now we're just simply learning. We're always learning. Now you might be out of school. You might be 50, 60, 70 years old. You might be 100 years old. You might be 20, 10, 12, I don't know. And you're just thinking, what the frick is this world doing? Why are these people always getting on TV and just saying, well, they're bad people and they're bad people and they're stupid and they're morons and they're imbeciles? And I'm like, you're leading a government, you're leading a country, and you're speaking that way like a child? Calling names? Okay, I hear you. I'm sorry to raise my voice that way. That's very authoritative. I shouldn't have done that. Rather, let's take a stance of, observers. As soon as you observe, you can understand. Whereas if you only go into command, you might not understand. So always become an observer. Look at what's going on. Do that 10-second breathing again. Do that, hold your breath for as long as you can. And watch what kind of thoughts come to you about the problems that face you. Watch. Oh, and you might feel fear when you go there. When you go into the quiet mode where you don't breathe. When you just sit still and be with the thing that made everything and is saying to you, I'm giving you every thought that you get. I gave you every moment you got. I decided if you would be hot or not. If you would have one leg, one finger, one tooth, one eye, one hair. How you must now declare in order to let go of your fear, if you dare. You want to let go of fear? Yeah. Will it ever be gone? No. You can let go of it right now by breathing deeply. You know when the thoughts come and they make you sad, and they make you scared, and they make you mad? Those are the ones you want to breathe deeply through. Just let them come to you. Close your eyes. Let all the nasty, scary thoughts come, all the phobias, all those things. Let them all come. Let them all come to you. And when you're in that mode of silence, or if your eyes are open and they come visit you anyway, breathe deeply and become the night in shining armor for yourself, for your own personal well-being and health. And that will just emanate like an epicenter that keeps going out like a wake of information out to everybody else. So you and this whole world can put down their name calling, their putting down each other and all that, and just like each other, help each other, love each other, instead of doing all the diatribes and rants and invectives and God, you guys are such children. And you make millions and millions of dollars and lead millions and millions of people. And you act like little kids on stage. It's really interesting to me to see where we are in 2024 now, right? But hey, we've come far. And we're going farther. Do your part in your own little circle, which is you, to bring forth a good day for all that you come in contact with. Duh. Don't walk through the world PO'd. That means mad at everybody and treating everybody sad or not very glad. No, don't do that. If you do that, it's going to keep growing more every day. What you think about grows. So if you catch yourself hearing all the thoughts that are not nice, say, whoop, 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 gotta change the channel, gotta steer the car, gotta change the direction, because I don't like this. I don't like feeling sad or mad or unglad. I enjoy feeling glad. I enjoy saying, thank you, cosmic mom and dad, God, whatever you call it, Buddha, Allah, whatever. All the same to me, the non-physical entity that designed you and me. And it said, hey, I'm so cool. You guys will all have a bunch of different ideas, but it's all me. Why do you think all of us humans want to be the GOAT, want to be the best, strive to be the best, strive to get the best, do the best, da-da-da-da-da? Because we come from the best. And you say you're not perfect, right? Wrong, you are perfect. You were perfectly designed by perfection. So if you're thinking, well, perfect means no flaws, well, then maybe. In that realm, we can't be perfect, but we are perfectly imperfect, designed by perfection. Right? So if you hear your mind going back in time and complaining, breathe. Interrupt your brain with your breathing. Use your body to help your brain. Your brain is always limiting your body, keeping it still, keeping it stuck in the couch, keeping it stuck and not talking to people, keeping it stuck and not applying for jobs, not stopping the drugs. That's what the mind does, the brain, because it remembers all the pain. And it replays and replays and replays. And you walk through your day. Scary, 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 scary. Drugs, please help me. Get away from everybody. Get away, get away. Ah! You don't have to be there. You can breathe. You can take back control of your brain. Our brains are designed to grow perfectly. To become so good at giving us a topic, one thought after another, so fast. So, if we had experiences that made us feel that we weren't worthy or loved, and more came, and we had more thoughts that, I must not be, because look what happened. And we keep going through our days thinking that, it will keep happening. But there will be little messages throughout the path. Hey, no, you're really awesome. Someone will come into your day. Hey, you're really cool. You're the best. No, I'm not. Look, I stink. Look at all these messages and look at all these moments I smell bad in this world. But then you'll have people come to you to say, no, you're fantastic. You're fantastic. You're the best. No, I can't be because all that happened to me. So they call that fighting for your limitations, right? I'm limited to only being as good as my past. I can't have a better now or future. No, I'm like everybody else. Well, you will be if you keep saying you are. I only have bad luck. Keep saying it and you will have it. Remember, the world and everything on it came from a thought. There will be this animal, this insect, this person, this subject, this temple, this building, this ocean, this. All from nothing, from thoughts, right? You came from that. I came from that. I know we're like, no, I'm a white person. I'm this age. I'm this religion. I'm this, what is it? What's the other thing? I believe this in the political party. That's all I am. Wrong. I hate to tell you you're wrong, but you're right. You're right about all that. But you're wrong to think that's all you are. Remember, you started out a teeny tiny little tiny seed, and you grew like a weed, even if you only grew to 2 feet tall. Weeds grow less than that. Weeds can grow this big. You're a plant just like all the other plants are plants. You're an animal just like all the other animals are animals. You just happen to have a brain that's smarter than theirs. Even if you think, but I'm not smarter than that one, or 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 I failed so many tests, or I flunked out of school. All the thoughts that come to remind you of you. Laugh at those puppies. So the last thing I'll give you before I go is laughter. It's the number 1 medicine. And it involves taking that deep breath again. So we're going from fight or flight to thrive. When we go from breathing shallow, not even thinking about breathing. When you're not thinking about breathing, you're on your autopilot mode. You're on your default, your fight or flight mode. That means your brain, once again, kids, your brain must be thinking of danger, hating, fighting, running from, fear, pain, hell. It must be in that realm to keep you safe here. It will give you all your past hell moments of people hurting you, saying bad things about you, calling you names, And when you're walking through the world, you'd be like, remember that person and those people did that to you, so don't talk to these people. Don't create new. That's what he wants to do. Some people call it your ego, and it's a thing that edges the thing that made you out. Some call it God, edging God out, right? Pardon me. Had to get that out. Sometimes you talk so fast and you're breathing in at the same time. You get a little air caught there, so you gotta push it out. All right. So sometimes you gotta push them out the other way. I remember I was in the doctor's office the other day, and they were talking about hernia surgery because I gotta get hernia surgery. I hate that. Hate that puppy. And at the very end of the consultation, they tell you, yeah, by the way, we're going to be pushing your testicles really firmly against the other side of your body to work on this side. And since you're getting 2 hernias, you push them on that side. So both of them are going to be swollen and sore. We're going to want you to ice them every day. What? What? Ugh. I don't feel very well. Is that fan on? Yeah, I'm gonna throw up. Oh yeah. And all of a sudden, do a couple heaves, and all of a sudden, a little toot comes out, and that puppy stunk. Later, I was apologizing. Hey, sorry y'all for gassing y'all. Little chemical warfare there. Whoopsies. There's that laugh yoga again. So when your brain is in the fight or flight, the default, the autopilot mode, and giving you the thoughts throughout your day because you haven't yet taken that deep breath, or you did 10 minutes ago and it's not with you now, and you're feeling not so nice about your life, well, that's going on again. Breathe in again. Do your 10 again. Do it 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 again. Let the sound of your breath be what you hear instead of the sound of all the thoughts that you fear. Ho ho! I took that from, I think he's Japanese. I don't know. Maybe. He'd be on the TikTok or something like that. And he comes in with like a thing of pickles and then some other thing and some other thing and some type of, it looks like possibly alcohol. I'm not sure. Shot. Does a shot of it. But he'd be like popping these pop, pop, pop. It's funny. It's funny, you know? That's the thing, is like the thing that made you put all these people here for you to be entertained by, to get your mind off of the things that make you cry. Because if I put my mind anywhere in my past, or even in my future of what I'm going to have to go through, I could cry like that. Like that. What makes you cry? It just reminds me of what makes me cry. The thing that makes me cry is knowing that the thing that made me said, sorry, didn't want you to have that. Could have gave you that, but I didn't. That's what makes me cry. Could have gave me miraculous healing. Could have gave me no diseases in the first place. Could have gave me a family that wanted me. A career that didn't stab me in the back because of who I was, just as a person. This body and this face and this personality has brought a lot of pain to me. So I totally understand why people don't like their bodies, don't want to work on their bodies. Well, it's not even, well, they might say they don't want to, but deep, deep, deep down inside, the body wants you to, because the body feels fantastic when you work on it, when you move it, when you, and you may be like, I got pain, the pain. When you feel your pain, come back away from the pain, then start to go back towards the pain a little, feel it again, just at the edge of the pain, and breathe. Take your deep breath again, breathe through your pain. They do it in stretching all the time. Now we're doing it just for our mind, okay? Do it for your mind. Because remember, your mind controls your body, not you. I don't control my heart rate. I'm like, well, I guess I could. I could learn, right? They say that you can slow it down by what you think and how you breathe. People can hold their breath forever, and it makes your heart rate slow down. I think so. I'm not positive. I practice holding my breath at least a minute, no doubt. Do your 60-second hold today. 60-second. Ready? leave you with this. In awareness training, they tell you, take your eyes so that you help your mind. You're using your body again to help your brain, right? Use your eyes when you look out, and don't allow your eyes to stop on one thing for more than a portion of a second. Just, no, I see it, I see it, I see it, I move, 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 I see it, I move. Keep moving your eyes around the whole spectrum that you can see, the whole range of motion of your vision, or at least right in front of you, whatever. Get used, try, expand, go in all different directions. Why? Use your muscles. Remember what happens when you use your muscles. It creates that wonderful feeling in your body that tells you, thank you. Thanks for doing that for us. Remember that you created your body around you. You designed all the cells in connection with the maker of cells, of course, and how to make a bone and how to make a ligament and a tendon and a muscle and all that. You and I all did that, in our non-physical state, because we're all non-physical first, right? Aren't we? Aren't we the little bzz between two little physical cells? Bzz, and that little bzz goes reproduction. Man, I always push this against me here, man. It's funny. And it cuts my breath out. It's so funny. It's like the left side's trying to sabotage me from doing good sometime. My left side always does that. Always pushes on my body. Always, 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 always. Always like, hey, push it down on my leg, and I'll be like, why am I feeling pain? What's going on with it feels like my blood flow's being, and I'm like, mother. It's like got his own mentality going on over there, It's like, let's die already, dude. It's trying to kill me all the time. Like those, the claw, whatever. Just saying, not to get too stupid, but I love you all, and I want you all to be the best you today. And the only way I found to get there is to help your brain. That will help your body. But use your body to help your brain. How? Wiggle your toes. Breathe through your nose. Why does it sound like that? Because it's crooked and there's cartilage. It's all, what the frick? It's look like Superman up in there, zoom, instead of shoo. It's all zoom. Because when I was a little boy, I guess I was going number 2 a little too long, and somebody came into the bathroom, an elder, and said, Shazam! And I said, I'm super powered! And flew into the bathtub. And then my nose was not right after that. So anyway, that was a long time ago, and I got surgery when I was 19, but the United States Marines decided, nah, we're not going to put the extra cash into you and break your nose and straighten it out for you. We'll just cut a little cartilage out of the way so it doesn't look like you have a booger in your nose anymore. And I said, well, thank you very much. When they had the the gauze up in there, and I was like, holy cow, I can breathe through both of them for finally. Holy, thank you, God, thank you, God. And then as soon as the swelling, and they pulled those out, and the swelling went down, I was like, no, fixed. It didn't get fixed. Like every night when I'm sleeping, all night, every night, I'll get woken up because I can't breathe, and I have to flip sides and breathe through the nose that I can breathe through. And then sometimes neither one works, and I'm like, and then, you get the dry mouth and all that crap. But it is what it is, I could have no nose, so why am I bitching? I'm bitching because I'm cool. I'm bitching. You thought the other kind of bitching, huh? Yeah. I remember when I was like 16, 17, we say bitching all the time. No, 18, 19. Bitching. Yeah, bitching. Means like cool, right? Bitching. So in sign language, this means play, all right? So you have a nice day, and I love you. This is like 36 minutes long. I hope it helps you out. The thing to take away, number 1, breathe all the way out. Do it for 10 seconds, as close as you can get to 10. Practice, practice, practice every day, all day. Get your mind thinking about your breathing. When we do that, we'll start thinking different about our family, our finances, our future, our politicians, our enemies, as they say. There are enemies that would like to kill us all, sadly. Sad, so sad that our brains are still there. And what do you do to help them? You give them good thoughts in your own brain. That's what you do. You say, thanks for helping them. Whatever helped me. Thanks for helping them see differently, like you did to me. Because I wasn't always this one. I wasn't always this guy. Oh, no. Wasn't always this nice. I had no problem killing things back in the day. No problem. I had snakes that I kill all the animals for, you know. Or putting down animals and stuff like that. No problem. Or people, if it came to that. Anyways, because I was a cop, I was a Marine, so, you know. Anyways. I love you all. Me and the other heart inside of me are saying, deuces, have a nice day.